Welcome to calm, dreamy sleep, a peaceful place where stories become dreams. Just relax and slowly close your eyes. Take a gentle breath in and let the day quietly drift away. If this story brings you peace, if you feel calmer, lighter, please subscribe and like so we can continue creating relaxing stories. So let's start. There was a lone girl lived by herself. Her name was Anne, and we met one winter afternoon in a quiet bus station where time itself seemed tired and the world moved slowly, as if wrapped in a soft gray blanket. The air was still, not cold enough to hurt, but cold enough to make people keep their hands close, their shoulders slightly raised, their thoughts turned inward. I was sitting near the window, writing in a small notebook, trying to capture stories about people. Who felt like they didn't belong anywhere. People who were only passing through. And that's when she sat down beside me. Quietly, without asking, without needing to. Her coat was worn, but clean, and her hands moved slowly, like someone who had learned patience through many quiet years. She watched me write for a long time before she finally spoke, very softly, almost apologetically. "You're wasting your time talking to me." Her voice carried no anger, no sadness, just a quiet acceptance. "I'm just passing through." But something in the way she said it felt unfinished, because she had been passing through for many days. She reached into her bag, slowly, carefully, as if every object inside it held a memory. And after a long moment, she pulled out a folded sheet of paper. She smoothed it gently with both hands and turned it toward me. Inside were photographs. Not pictures of people, not pets, not vacations. Just a house. A simple house. The kind you might drive past without ever noticing. Pale siding, a small fence, a narrow driveway, a little garage, and a patch of quiet grass. Waiting for footsteps. The house was painted a soft, gentle yellow, the kind of yellow that looks warm even on cloudy days. I turned one photo over, searching for words, a date, a name, but there was nothing written there. And none were needed, because I understood she was not lost, even though her worn coat might make you think so. She had a home, or she once did. And inside that house, there would have been curtains, moving gently with the breeze, a soft couch holding quiet evenings, a warm stove whispering comfort into cold nights. You are where you live, and she was somebody. I have always believed that places hold a quiet kind of magic. Not loud magic, not dramatic, just the soft magic of familiarity. The sound of your own footsteps on your own floor. The way a door closes with a sound only you recognize. The smell of your own space. And so, it troubles me like a faint, persistent hum that so many people live without that anchor, without a home. Not just a roof, though a roof matters more than most people realize, but a home. The feeling we whisper about in old sayings. Home is where the heart finally rests. I love my home with a deep, quiet love. I love its simple, sleepy things. The low hum of the water heater working quietly in the background. The way the dish rack holds dripping cups like they're resting after a long day. The gentle sound of rain on the roof, soft and steady, like a lullaby. Even the tiny, quiet plink of a leak into a bucket somewhere in the night. These small sounds, these small imperfections, they make a place feel alive, predictable, safe, soft. It is where I live, and sometimes that feels like everything. But that feeling has been fading, slowly, like a light growing dimmer year by year. Once, where you lived was where your entire life unfolded. Then it became a chapter in your family story. And now, for many people, it's just a temporary stop. A few years, a few boxes, a quiet goodbye, and then you move on. And so, we find ourselves in a softer, sadder reality. Children who have never had a room of their own to be sent to. Adults who dream of something as simple as choosing a paint color. Elderly hands slowly pulling photographs from worn pockets. Homes have become just houses. Transactions, numbers, addresses, instead of anchors. People sometimes wonder, with sleepy confusion, why someone might choose a cold bench over a shelter. Some reasons are deep, private, invisible. But others are simply waiting for something the shelters cannot offer. A sense of belonging, a place that feels like theirs. I remember a woman once holding a sleeping baby. She whispered, "One room, painted a calm, quiet blue." That was all not big, not fancy, just theirs. It is a heavy problem, and gentle people are trying, in quiet ways, to help. But often, we move around the edges. We step softly past it, on sidewalks, without looking too long. We make it smaller by giving it labels. We call it an issue instead of seeing faces. Maybe we should close our eyes to the big, blurry picture and instead notice the small, quiet details. Here is a person with no bedside table for a glass of water. There is a person with no favorite mug, waiting in the morning light. They are not categories. They are not statistics. They are people without a home. No shelf for their book. No quiet corner to watch the sunrise. Oh, that is everything. And sometimes, when winter returns, I think about Anne and her yellow house and the quiet photographs she carried, like a small piece of warmth in a very cold world. And I wonder where she is now, and if somewhere a soft yellow house still remembers her and waits quietly for someone to finally come home.